What if I told you that Samsung's next event might launch not just one, not two, but up to three foldable phones, plus new smartwatches, and even something no one saw coming? Yep, the leaks are now so detailed it's almost like Samsung left the door open on purpose. Let's break down everything that's been revealed about the Galaxy Z Flip 7, Z Flip 7 Fan Edition, Z Fold 7, Galaxy Watch 8, and even that mysterious tri-fold device and Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. Over the past few months, leaks about Samsung's next generation of foldable phones have been coming in fast. But now a new report from a very trusted source gives us a much clearer picture. And the biggest surprise? We might get a fan edition of the Flip series for the first time ever. That's not all. There's also fresh info on colors, storage, and design details across the lineup. And if this leak is right, Samsung's July event could be packed with back-to-back announcements. Let's go through the highlights. First up, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE. This is the more affordable version of Samsung's clamshell foldable. According to the leak, it will be available in black and white. Not super flashy, but keep in mind this is likely meant to offer core foldable features at a lower price. It's expected to borrow a lot from the Galaxy Z Flip 5, not the Flip 6, in terms of design and specs. Think of it as a smarter way to get into foldables without breaking the bank. It'll reportedly come with two storage options, 128 gigabytes and 256 gigabytes. That clearly separates it from the main Flip model. Now onto the regular Galaxy Z Flip 7, we're hearing it will come in black, blue, and coral red. That last one, coral red, is brand new for the Flip series and could be a fun, bold option for people looking for something different. The Flip 7 is also expected to drop the 128 gigabyte storage version completely. Instead, users will get 256 gigabytes or 512 gigabytes as their options. That's a nice step up and makes the Fan Edition stand out more clearly as the budget choice. RAM is expected to stay the same as the Flip 6, 12 gigabytes, no matter which storage version you choose. As for the bigger Galaxy Z Fold 7, we've got three colors so far: black, silver, and something called blue shadow. That last one sounds pretty cool and could add a new look compared to last year's. Navy option on the Fold 6. What we don't know yet is the Fold 7's storage. No leaks have confirmed it, and there's no sign of a 1 terabyte version either. But if we go by past launches, we might see 256 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes, and maybe 1 terabyte. But that last one is still uncertain. Now here's the twist. This report says that Samsung might also announce a tri-fold phone. Have you ever seen two zoom cameras packed into a single camera ring? Well, that might be exactly what Huawei is doing with its upcoming Pura 80. Even before the phone is officially out, it's already getting a lot of attention, and not just because it's the next big Huawei launch. A recent leak has revealed something very different about its camera: a dual periscope lens system. And what's more surprising? This leak is about the standard Pura 80 model, not the Pro or Ultra. Let's talk about what's going on. A new image of the camera module has made its way online. It shows a design that looks quite similar to last year's Pura 70. The same triangular layout is back, with 3 camera rings placed at the corners of a triangle. One ring holds the main camera, another one has the ultra-wide-angle lens, and the third, the biggest ring, is where things get exciting. This large ring appears to hold 2 periscope zoom lenses. Yes, 2, and they're placed side by side inside that one circular section. There's also a tiny 2 megapixels multispectral sensor sitting inside the same ring. If you look closely, you'll also notice an LED flash positioned between the main and ultra-wide lenses. Just under that flash, there's the XMage branding. That's Huawei's own camera software and image processing tech. So why is this a big deal? Usually, smartphone makers save their best camera upgrades for the top-end models. But in this case, Huawei might be adding an advanced zoom setup even in the regular Pura 80. According to the leak, here's what the camera specs might look like: a 50 megapixels primary camera with a 1-inch sensor, a 40 megapixels ultra-wide-angle camera, a 50 megapixels periscope lens with a 1.3-inch sensor and dual focal length, and that 2 megapixels multispectral lens we mentioned earlier. Let's break that down. A dual focal length periscope lens is a clever setup. It lets your phone use 2 levels of zoom from the same lens without needing a second big camera. This way, the phone can offer more zoom options while keeping the body slim and not too bulky. You'll be able to take both close-up and far-away shots with better clarity thanks to this setup. And since it's built into just one camera ring, it saves space, and that might help the phone feel more balanced in your hand. Another interesting detail? It looks like all 4 Huawei Pura 80 models might come with this same dual periscope setup. Sure, there could be small differences in resolution or sensor sizes across the models, but the layout seems to stay the same. This kind of move shows how serious Huawei is about smartphone photography. Instead of keeping features like this locked behind the most expensive models, they may be bringing it to the entire lineup. That's rare in the current smartphone market. But of course, none of this is confirmed yet. What if Google's next big Pixel launch isn't happening in October like usual? What if it's happening earlier? Way earlier? Well, get ready. According to a new report, the Pixel 10 series could be announced on August 13, 2025. That's right, the same day the Pixel 9 lineup was revealed last year. But this time, August 13th lands on a Wednesday, not a Tuesday. Still, this small shift makes sense. After all, Google introduced the Pixel 8 on a Wednesday back in 2023. Now here's where it gets interesting. The new report says that Google might begin shipping and selling the Pixel 10 phones just 1 week after the event. That means by August 20th, you could walk into a store or check your doorstep and get your hands on one of the 4 new devices. Yes, 4. We're talking about the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, Pixel 10 Pro XL, and the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. That's a lot of Pixel's pre-orders are also expected to open the same day as the launch, August 13th. No surprises there. What's still unclear is which countries will get the phones first. But since this is a major Pixel release, it's likely that Google is planning a global rollout right from the start. Now, if you're already using a Pixel 9 phone, especially if you grabbed one recently on a discount, you probably don't need to rush into an upgrade. That's because the changes, at least based on early leaks, seem pretty minor. For example, the regular Pixel 10 might finally get a telephoto camera, in addition to the main and ultra-wide cameras it already has. That's good news, especially if you're into zoom shots. But when it comes to the Pixel 10 Pro and Pixel 10 Pro XL, there may not be much that's truly new, at least on the outside. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold, which would be Google's third foldable phone, also seems to stick very close to the design of last year's model. That's based on early factory computer-aided design renders, which can sometimes miss smaller details, so there's still hope for some under-the-hood changes. Speaking of changes, Google still has time to surprise us. A lot of software upgrades, new camera features, or battery improvements could be revealed during the launch event, and that might be what makes these new Pixels stand out. Now here's a bonus. We might also see the Pixel Watch 4 launch alongside the Pixel 10 series. This time it could come in 2 sizes, giving more people options that fit their wrist better. But don't expect a Pixel Tablet 2. According to the same report, it's probably not happening this year. Or maybe ever. So, is this early launch a good thing? Well, it gives Google more time to grab attention before Apple's iPhones arrive in September. It also gives buyers more time to pick their side in the Android versus iPhone race. In the end, whether the Pixel 10 series is worth the upgrade depends on what you're using now. If your phone is more than a couple of years old, or you've been waiting for a telephoto lens on the regular Pixel, this might be the year to switch.